In the dense, shadowy underbrush of the rainforest, a chilling scene unfolds. A monkey, once a lively creature swinging through the trees, now finds itself in a nightmarish predicament. Its fur, usually a vibrant tapestry of browns and golds, is matted and stained, revealing a horrific wound that has become a grotesque canvas of suffering. The sight is enough to make even the most seasoned wildlife observer recoil in horror. This is not just a simple injury. It is a gaping, festering wound, a testament to the relentless assault of nature's most insidious creatures, insects. As we draw closer, the details of this gruesome tableau come into focus. The wound, a deep and angry red, is surrounded by a halo of irritated skin, a clear sign of infection. But what truly sends shivers down the spine is the writhing mass of insects that have taken up residence in this unfortunate monkey's flesh. Flies buzz incessantly, their larvae burrowing deeper into the wound, feasting on the soft tissue. These maggots, pale and glistening, are nature's cleanup crew, but in this case, they are also agents of torment. They thrive and decay, turning the monkey's body into a banquet, a grotesque feast that highlights the brutal cycle of life and death in the wild. Insects, often dismissed as mere nuisances, are capable of inflicting unimaginable suffering. The monkey's plight is a stark reminder of the darker side of nature, where survival often comes at a horrific cost. The infestation is not just a physical ailment. It is a manifestation of the relentless struggle for existence. The monkey, weakened and vulnerable, is caught in a web of parasitism, where the very creatures that should be scavenging the dead are now feasting on the living. This gruesome reality is a testament to the harshness of the natural world, where the line between life and death is often blurred. As we delve deeper into the science of this infestation, we uncover the chilling mechanisms at play. The flies, attracted by the scent of the open wound, lay their eggs in the warm, moist environment. Within hours, the larvae hatch, and the feeding frenzy begins. They consume the necrotic tissue, but in doing so, they also release enzymes that further break down the monkey's flesh, exacerbating the injury. This process, known as meiosis, is a grim reminder of the fragility of life. The monkey's immune system, overwhelmed and unable to cope with the onslaught, stands little chance against this invasion. But the story does not end here. The infestation serves as a microcosm of in the icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely kisses the horizon, and the biting winds howl like lost souls, a creature of majesty and power roams the frozen landscape. The polar bear, a symbol of strength and resilience, is often seen as the king of this desolate realm. But today, we encounter a harrowing sight that shatters this image of grandeur. A polar bear, once a proud hunter of seals, now drags its weary body across the ice, burdened by a horrific barnacle wound that tells a story of suffering and survival. This is not just a tale of a bear. It is a chilling reminder of the harsh realities of nature and the consequences of a changing world. As we draw closer, the grotesque nature of the barnacle infestation becomes painfully clear. The bear's skin, once a pristine white, is marred by a cluster of barnacles, their hard, calcified shells protruding grotesquely from its flesh. These marine crustaceans, typically found clinging to rocks and ships, have found an unlikely host in this majestic creature. The barnacles, with their sharp edges and relentless grip, have embedded themselves into the bear's skin, creating deep, festering wounds that ooze with infection. Each barnacle is a tiny parasite, feeding off the bear's body, drawing sustenance from its very life force. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive, a stark reminder of the brutal realities of survival in the wild. Barnacle infestation is not merely a physical ailment. It is a testament to the bear's struggle against the elements and the encroachment of human activity into its habitat. As the ice melts due to climate change, the bear's hunting grounds shrink, forcing it into closer proximity with the ocean, where these barnacles thrive. The bear, in its desperate search for food, inadvertently becomes a host for these parasites, a victim of circumstance in a world that is rapidly changing. The barnacles, in their relentless pursuit of survival, have turned this once mighty predator into a mere shell of its former self, a living canvas of suffering. The infestation is a gruesome spectacle, a dark ballet of nature's cruelty. Each barnacle represents a small victory in the battle for survival, yet collectively they signify a larger tragedy. The bear, weakened and in pain, struggles to maintain its dignity as it lumbers across the ice, a poignant reminder of the fragility of life in the Arctic. The wounds are not just physical, They are emblematic of the broader struggles faced by wildlife in a world increasingly dominated by human influence. The barnacles, while seemingly insignificant, are a reflection of the consequences of our actions, a dark twist in the narrative of nature. As we observe this bear, we are compelled to confront the uncomfortable truth about our relationship with the natural world. The barnacle infestation serves as a metaphor for the impact of human activity on wildlife. Just as the barnacles cling to the bear, so too do we cling to our desires. And in the vast expanse of the American plains, where the sun hangs low and the grass sways gently, a creature roams, a bison, a symbol of strength and resilience. But today, this mighty beast carries a dark secret, a gruesome tale hidden beneath its thick, shaggy coat. As the camera zooms in, we reveal a horrific wound, a gaping hole that tells of an infestation, a nest of wasps, grotesquely woven into the flesh of this majestic animal. The sight is shocking, a jarring juxtaposition of nature's beauty and its brutal realities. The bison, a king of its domain, now stands as a canvas of suffering, a living testament to the relentless cycle of life and death. The wasp infestation is no ordinary occurrence. These tiny predators, often overlooked in their mundane existence, have found a grotesque breeding ground within the bison's body. As they burrow and lay their eggs, the larvae feast on the bison's flesh, creating a gruesome spectacle that is both fascinating and repulsive. The bison, in its struggle for survival, becomes a host to these unwelcome guests. The wound festers, attracting more wasps, and the cycle continues, a dark dance of nature where the predator and prey blur into one. This horrifying scenario raises questions about the fragility of life and the intricate balance of ecosystems. Wasps, often labeled as nuisances, play a role in the natural order, yet their invasion into the bison's flesh is a chilling reminder of the darker side of nature. As we delve deeper into this unsettling narrative, we must confront the ethical implications of our existence. Humans, in our quest for progress, have encroached upon wild habitats, disrupting the delicate balance that allows creatures like the bison to thrive. In our pursuit of convenience, we often overlook the consequences of our actions on the natural world. The wasps, thriving in this environment, are a reflection of our own invasive tendencies. Nature, in its relentless pursuit of survival, can be both beautiful and horrifying, a duality that we must learn to respect. Perhaps the real horror lies not in the wasps themselves, but in our inability to recognize our role in this intricate web of life. After all, who is the true predator in this tale of infestation? As we ponder the fate of the bison, we are left with a darkly humorous thought. In the grand scheme of things, perhaps we are all just unwitting hosts in this chaotic dance of life. In the shadowy heights of the Himalayas, where the air is thin and the landscape is a breathtaking tapestry of white and gray, a snow leopard prowls. But this majestic creature, often revered for its beauty and grace, bears a horrific secret, a grotesque wound, a parasitic flower that has taken root in its flesh. This is not merely a wound, it is a grotesque testament to the brutal realities of survival in the wild. Flower, a sinister bloom known as Rafflesia, has burrowed into the snow leopard's skin, feeding off its nutrients and leaving behind a gaping, festering hole. The sight is enough to make even the most hardened observer recoil in horror. The flower's tendrils weave through the leopard's fur, a macabre dance of life and death as it siphons away the very essence of this magnificent predator. But the story does not end there. As if the parasitic flower were not enough, this snow leopard is also plagued by an infestation of barnacles. Yes, barnacles, those seemingly innocuous crustaceans that cling to rocks and boats, have found a way to latch onto the snow leopard's body. These barnacles, typically associated with marine life, have adapted to a life on land, embedding themselves into the leopard's skin. Their hard, calcified shells create a grotesque armor, a living testament to the relentless march of nature's adaptations. Each barnacle, a tiny fortress, feeds on the leopard's blood, further draining its vitality. The juxtaposition of the delicate beauty of the snow leopard and the brutal reality of its parasitic companions is a stark reminder of the harshness of life in the wild. As we observe this tragic tableau, we are forced to confront a darker truth about the interconnectedness of life. The snow leopard, a symbol